Hello, wonderful family. Another glorious day and another beautiful opportunity to share the word with you. Hallelujah. And studying today, I just came across a perfect analogy which might help a couple of us. You remember the story of Peter when Jesus told him to come, when Jesus was walking on the way or on the waters coming to the boat, and Peter saw him and was afraid, but said that, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee. And Jesus told him, come. And Peter came. You remember as Jesus was walking on the water, the wind was boisterous and contrary. So when he had told Peter to come, the wind was still boisterous and contrary, waves crashing into the boat. So Peter stepped onto the water in the midst of the storm. The storm hadn't abated. The waves were still very treacherous. But Peter walked, and he kept walking. And obviously his target was to walk to Jesus, so he was walking to Jesus, and so to speak, he was looking at Jesus. Remember who Jesus is? The Word. So his whole attention was riveted on Jesus whilst he was walking, up to a point in time where the Bible makes us understand that he's seeing the waves boisterous. He's seeing the waves became afraid and beginning to sink. He cried out, Lord, save me. Now, think about this. He took his eyes away from Jesus and paid attention to something that was always there before he started coming. So if you look at it this way, that if he looked at those waves in the first place, he wouldn't have started walking. If he paid attention to the waves in the first place, he wouldn't have walked on the water to any extent. Now, he didn't look at those waves, but he was looking at Jesus, and that enabled him to walk. So he was looking into the perfect law of liberty, the Word, Jesus. And he was not being a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work. And so he was blessed in his deed. That deed of walking on the water, he was blessed. But the instant he chose to be like a natural man, beholding his face in a mirror and living and instantly forgetting what manner of man he was, he started sinking. What was the purpose of the waves around? It was to take his attention away from the Word. Once his attention was taken away from the Word, in this case Jesus, he started sinking. The essence of things on the outside is to vie for your attention, so you take your eyes away from the Word. If you have His Word and you keep looking at His Word tells you who you are, so you don't forget what manner of man you are. As you keep looking into the Word and beholding who you are and what the world around you is in the eyes of God, you are changed. Your environment is changed to match up what is written of you in that word. But if you get distracted by the vagaries happening around you and you take your eyes away from the real and look at that temporal, which is on the outside, the temporal takes the place of the real for you and it actualizes and you start sinking. So take your gaze away from outside back to the Word. Settle with the Word. That is the truth. The more you look into it and behold it, the more you become like it, and everything around you becomes like that Word. And you'll be blessed in your deed. That which God has said concerning you. You will not be distracted to look around to see what's happening around. No. What you are seeing would eventually translate on the outside. So the outside will take care of itself as long as you focus on the Word. The Word will change that outside. But if you choose to look on the outside, you'll be distracted. That which is supposed to be temporary will now become permanent. pay attention to His word. God bless you. Hallelujah.